Hey guys, I do have a Friday morning editorial for you. It's going to be without pictures. I've got a lot of things going on this morning, not my normal morning, so I'm kind of in a hurry. But I did want to give you a Friday morning editorial that comes out of Port Richey, Florida, and it concerns their mayor. Now, how far is Port Richey from our cop watchers out there, auditors from Fort Lauderdale? Big Nick! So, but this comes out of Port Richey, Florida. This editorial, I got a couple of pictures we'll have at the beginning, but let me give it to you. The mayor of Port Richey, Florida is lucky he's not dead after firing 2 shots at a SWAT team at his house to serve a warrant, Pasco County Sheriff Chris Nocco told reporters Thursday. Dale Massad, who was elected mayor in 2015, was arrested by the officers from the Florida Department of Law Enforcement and accused of practicing medicine without a license. He now also faces 2 charges of attempted murder. Nocco said no one was hurt at Massad's home after the pre-dawn incident in which the sheriff's SWAT officers were assisting the FDLE. FDLE, what would that be? Anyway, according to a complaint affidavit, SWAT officers knocked several times on the front doors of the mayor's home and tried unsuccessfully to use a battering ram to force them open. Another officer tried shooting the locks off the doors with a shotgun. After they swung the doors open, a SWAT member set off a flashbang grenade inside the doorway. They heard 2 shots and retreated behind an armored vehicle. The mayor had a gun in his hand, so officers ordered him to drop the weapon. And then, of course, they said, the sheriff said, if somebody's firing at us, we have every means and every right to fire back. But we did what was appropriate at the time. He's lucky he's not dead. Well, first of all, he was the mayor, Mayor Massad. Second of all, he's he's probably rich if he's practicing to be a doctor. So I guess, I don't know. This is kind of a tough one. I'm going to let you guys decide, but I'm going to give you my humble opinion. I could be wrong. But I believe he's not dead for those reasons. He's a mayor. He's high in the income bracket as a doctor, even though he didn't have a license. Had he been some small-time, low-income drug dealer or drug user or what have you, I think he'd have been dead. Had he lived in a very low-income, inner-city, urban part of that area, he probably would have been dead. But they said he's probably, being the mayor, having a little bit more of a moolah. He probably lived in a nice home in a nice upper scale area. That's why he's not dead. That, and I want to ask you guys, do you think, or do you believe, because of the Houston, Texas incident, that's another reason he's not dead? That they're like, we don't want to be in the news like Houston. It was a no-knock warrant. They were serving the warrant. Or I guess they did knock, didn't they? Used a battering ram and everything else. But this is really, I wanted to bring this editorial to you for that reason. That here we have Houston, Texas. Wrong house. Officers are not being honest on their report. Well, they lied on their police reports, or their reporting of it. And 2 people are dead. Port Richey, Florida, mayor, doctor, even though he didn't have a medical license, probably had a little bit of moolah. He's alive. Lucky he's not dead. No, he's lucky that he's rich and that he's the mayor. That's what he's lucky about. Get it right. I want to know if you guys think I'm right or wrong. Let me know. News Now UKIP, letting you know what's going on with law enforcement and your public officials across this nation. Port Richey, Florida. Whoa. Hey, good thing that he's not dead. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm glad they didn't just go firing like Wyatt, or like the Earps and Doc Holliday and just lit him up like OK Corral. But what happens when they go to some urban, lower income, inner city neighborhood to serve a warrant? Are they going to do the same thing? Are they going to treat that lower income, inner city, urban neighborhood person the same way, that in the same manner that they treat the mayor, even if that person took a couple shots at them? Or would they just start lighting up the house? I mean, it's a hypothetical question, of course, but it's one that's substantiated by events we see across this nation every week. People say, well, cops don't treat everybody differently. No, I've seen rich people get tickets and traffic stops. I've seen rich people get arrested. Yeah, but here we have Houston, Texas, a couple lower income people that are shot dead. Happens to be the wrong house, apparently. And now we have Port Richey, Florida, the mayor fired, bang, bang, and he's alive. What's going on here? Let me know. News Now You Type. I'm not dragging this out anymore, but I do want to hear from you guys in the comments section.